That looks as if they're all in, so away they go now, and they've got just under 2 miles in front of them. So Vladimir dropped out towards the rear of the field. Nobody very anxious to go on, with Joshua Tree on the left, the black and white, Treyrock Danon, the cheek pieces, followed by Flamingo Fantasy, the orange sleeves, and after these comes Shawadi on the extreme right. American tracks the leaders up the inside, with Shawadi just behind him. So they settle down. They've still got a couple of 100 meters to go before they pass us in the stands. And Joshua Tree attempting presumably to make all the running. Joshua Tree by just under a length. In second place, Treyrock Danon. American disputes third on the inside of Vladimir, the grey on the outer. And then after these comes Brigantine in 5, Flamingo Fantasy and Shawadi, the last 2. So they round the turn with just under a circuit of the track to cover. And Ryan Moore still quite happy with his horse bowling along, nice and settled in the lead. Joshua Tree running a bit wide as they go round. There is Vladimir towards the outside. American well up with the pace, only a length behind on the inner. And Treyrock Danon just obscured in the maroon colours. Then after these comes towards the inside is Shawadi, and Flamingo Fantasy and Brigantine are the last 2. So they round the turn, going towards the back straight and settle down on the run. Long run down the back straight, and Joshua Tree taking them along at a steady pace. No great pace on here from Vladimir the grey in second. About halfway, William, what do you reckon to it?
I was just wondering how happy Gerald Mosse is with American. He just shakes the reins at him from time to time. That's the thing I've been concentrating on. Joshua Tree, the one I'd like to see run well, is travelling out nicely in front, and possibly Vladimir pulling slightly harder than Christophe Lemaire would want earlier in the race anyway.
So now they're running up towards the turn out of the back straight. It's just under a mile to go from this point, and still having been in front pretty well throughout. Joshua Tree by just under a length from Vladimir towards the outside. Now notice they're coming wide off the rails there. Vladimir towards the outside. Treyrock Danon in the maroon taking closer order, with Brigantine the white striped cap. American comes next, the red, white and blue cap, and Flamingo Fantasy now been switched towards the inside as they've come wide, and they're approaching the turn into the home straight. And Flamingo Fantasy has been asked and is quickening very well, but the others aren't going to be caught napping. So Flamingo Fantasy on the inside, then comes Joshua Tree, the black and white, trying to get on terms through those comes Shawadi. Then after these wide comes Vladimir. American is being ridden along and going nowhere. Brigantine comes next, but coming with a great run on the inside. Shawadi, but answering his rider's calls, Joshua Tree strikes the front again. He was just headed earlier on, but it's Joshua Tree, and it's going to be a great double for Ryan Moore. Joshua Tree finishing very fast. Brigantine on the outside of Flamingo Fantasy towards the inside. Shawadi last of all was Brigantine, but another winner for Ryan Moore on Joshua Tree. Actually, I thought he was quite brave. I thought he almost gave him a bit of a breather after having turned in. Yeah, it takes a confident jockey, doesn't it, to let another horse go by and not show any sign of panic whatsoever. I think he wanted a bit of a breather. He wanted to wait till the straight to really go. And Joshua Tree, despite a long losing sequence, has bounced back in style. Disappointments in the race were American, the former